When you're ready to start a business, there's so much more to it than just filing paperwork. You need a business address, a website, a phone number, an operating agreement, basically a complete business identity. And Northwest Registered Agent helps you build all of that from day one. Northwest Registered Agent has been helping small business owners and entrepreneurs launch and grow businesses for nearly 30 years. They're the largest registered agent and LLC service in the U.S., with over 1,500 corporate guides, real people who know your local laws and can help you and your business every step of the way. Plus, your home address, personal email, and phone number stay private. No upsells, no selling your data. Don't pay hundreds or thousands of dollars for what you can get from Northwest for free. Visit northwestregisteredagent.com/OFD free and start using free resources to build something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at northwestregisteredagent.com/OFD free.
This is Optimal Finance Daily, the secret to staying motivated when getting out of debt, by Jackie Beck of JackieBeck.com. Do you remember the moment when you first decided to get out of debt? Maybe you just plain had enough of the struggle and stress. Maybe you just had a child and wanted financial security for them. Or maybe you realized how much more you could be doing with that money if you weren't busy paying interest with it. Whatever the reason, you were motivated, fired up, determined to change your life. But months or years later, will you still feel that way about getting out of debt? Chances are you won't, unless you take advantage of the secret to staying motivated for the long haul when getting out of debt. Start by understanding what motivation really is. It's important to start by understanding what motivation really is. I'm feeling super motivated right now. You might say, this is going to be great. But are you really feeling motivated? Probably not. More likely, what you're actually feeling is super inspired and excited about becoming debt-free. It's common to confuse motivation with inspiration. Inspiration is that feeling that makes you leap up out of your chair, ready to take action right this very second. It's a great feeling. It's also usually fleeting. As Zig Ziglar said, quote, "People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily," end quote. Replace motivation with inspiration in that sentence, and he's got it right. So what is real motivation? Real motivation does last. Real motivation does last because your motivation is the reason behind why you're doing something. Motivation is not a feeling, it's your reason. You don't have to feel excited and inspired all the time. You just have to keep moving forward and doing the work while you keep your reason in sight. So the secret to staying motivated when getting out of debt? You need to truly understand the deeper reason behind why you want to get out of debt, and then focus heavily on that. For example, many of us want to get out of debt so we can stop stressing about money. But what else will being debt-free do for you? How will your life be different? Dig deep and then focus on how your life will change. Will you be able to work at a more satisfying job, work less, send your children to college, finally go on that vacation you never imagined you'd be able to take? Stop fighting about money with your spouse? Sleep better at night? What do you want your life to be like? Figure it out and then focus on that reason as you work to get out of debt. Nurture the heck out of that debt-free dream. That's how you stay motivated when getting out of debt. Then you can commit to making a permanent change in how you handle your money. Of course, if you came here hoping to find a magic trick that will get you out of debt in 5 seconds flat, that probably wasn't what you wanted to hear. But it is what works, and you can use the secret to staying motivated to help you stick with it. It takes time and conscious effort to change, so persist. Keep in mind that when it comes to debt, the quick and easy shortcuts usually aren't. No program or method is going to automatically change the choices you make. You have to do that. And some methods, such as debt consolidation, can actually enable you to continue doing the things you've always done instead of changing. But we're all human, which means we're all used to doing things a certain way without putting a lot of thought into most of what we do. Habit is strong. You probably do the same thing right when you get out of bed each morning, take the same route to work, leave at about the same time each day, etc. Those kind of automatic actions help us get along so that we can focus on things that we aren't used to doing. But have you ever tried to permanently change the route you take to work? Chances are, even if you intended to go a different way, you'll end up on the same old route without even realizing it, at least a few times, and especially at first. What it takes to stay motivated and make a permanent change. To make a permanent change, you have to be committed to doing so. You have to try again if you slip up. You have to keep at it, even if roadblocks get thrown in your way. That takes real motivation, so use this secret to your advantage. In the change your route to work example, if you took the old route by mistake one day, you wouldn't give up and tell yourself that you'll never get off the road. You wouldn't resign yourself to it. Instead, you'd try harder the next day. Maybe you'd put a sticky note on your door or ask your spouse to remind you of your goal. Maybe you'd chat with your coworkers about the routes they usually take to work to see if there's a route you're overlooking. It's the same way with getting out of debt. You decide on the change you want to make, going from a borrowing mentality to a self-funded mentality. Focus each day on your target and then get right back on the desired path if you go astray. You can do it if you keep focused on your real reason. You just listened to the post titled, "The Secret to Staying Motivated When Getting Out of Debt" by Jackie Beck of JackieBeck.com.
The new year always gets people thinking about their finances, paying off debt, saving for a home or retirement. But only tracking where your money went last month doesn't actually help you get ahead. Set yourself up for financial success this year. Monarch is the all-in-one personal finance tool designed to make your life easier. It brings your entire financial life, budgeting, accounts and investments, net worth, and future planning together in one dashboard on your phone or laptop. Feel aware and in control of your finances this year and get 50% off your Monarch subscription with code OPTIMAL. Monarch is what I use. I love the automated tracking and clear projections. You can actually see yourself getting closer to your goals. Set yourself up for financial success in 2026 with Monarch, the all-in-one tool that makes proactive money management simple all year long. Use code OPTIMAL at monarch.com for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with code OPTIMAL. Imagine you're a business owner who has to rely on a dozen different software programs to run your company. Each one is expensive, overly complicated, and worst of all, none of them are connected. Now imagine a platform that could tackle all of your business management needs in one place. That platform you're imagining? It's Odoo. Odoo has all the programs you'll ever need, and they're all connected on a single, simple, easy-to-use software, giving you peace of mind that your business is always being taken care of from every angle. Odoo assists in accounting, marketing, inventory, HR, CRM, manufacturing, and everything in between through its user-friendly interface and open source applications. Basically, if your business needs it, Odoo's got it. Odoo sounds pretty amazing, right? So stop wasting your time and money on those expensive, disconnected platforms and let Odoo harmonize your business with simple, efficient software that can handle everything for a fraction of the price. It doesn't get much better than that. So what are you waiting for? Discover how Odoo can take your business to the next level by visiting odoo.com. That's ODOO.com. Odoo, modern management made simple.
Getting out of debt is an ambitious goal, and it takes a certain mindset shift to be able to stick with it. Many of us get used to mindlessly swiping our credit cards and not really paying attention to where our money is going. So I think the first step is growing awareness around the inflows and outflows of our money. And the habit is to keep gently pulling ourselves back to that awareness, just like a meditation. Many people believe debt is just a part of life. And if you have a large amount of it, it can feel impossible to dig out of. So I think to facilitate the mindset shift to even believing it's possible, it can be helpful to read personal finance blogs and follow other people's stories to debt freedom. Visualizing what your debt-free life looks and feels like can also be a huge motivator. We're conditioned to seek out short-term pleasures, which often look like swiping our credit card. But when we pause and consider that debt freedom is going to provide so much more happiness than the temporary pleasure of a new purchase, that can help us hold off long enough for our new mindful spending habits to stick. I'll tell you from experience that it took me 11 months to get out of 30 grand of debt, which is a relatively short amount of time, but it was my absolute favorite part of my money journey. I learned how to be creative and resourceful about getting my needs met, and I also learned that the best things in life are free. And that'll do it for another edition of Optimal Finance Daily. Thank you so much for joining today and every day, and for sharing the show. That goes a long way to keep this podcast running. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.